Well, it's been pretty quiet all day here at the Deer Park Hospital. We couldn't bring cameras inside today, but if you go inside, they'll tell you all the patients have been moved. You'll see people packing things up. Of course, the decision has been made. It's too late to reverse it, but at least one man says more should have been done to save this hospital.
Because there never was a lobby for this rural hospital.
It's been a fixture in the Deer Park community for years. Today, though, is closing day. The signs are being changed, the hospital boxed up, the nurses inside preparing for new jobs.
Being a military guy, I think the best thing I can say is go back to the old World War II days when they said this day will live in infamy.
Jorge Bombell is a former Deer Park Hospital board member. He believes the decision to close the hospital puts those in need of emergency care at risk. The closest emergency rooms now are roughly a half hour away.
I think there are some people that will suffer by virtue of not having that intervention at the hospital first.
Providence says, though, the hospital wasn't being used. It says on average one person was admitted every 3 days, and recruiting specialized physicians was becoming more and more difficult, which made the argument to update the aging hospital pretty weak.
$35 million to replace our hospital here, and we average less than half a patient a day. The economics on that, the logic on that, just doesn't support that as a rational decision.
Bombell points out, though, the hospital was making money, and he believes had Providence made the investment, it would have made even more, especially in an area that's growing. He says, though, under Providence's Catholic values, money shouldn't have been the priority, but rather the care and health of a rural community.
This is a sad day for this town. It's a sad day for the way the Catholic values were not respected to the degree that they should have been.
And Providence says the rehabilitation center will stay open. Services will be normal on Monday. Meanwhile, Providence says it is going to keep the hospital building. At this point, though, it says it's not exactly sure who's going to be using it. In Deer Park, Karina Shagren, KXLY4.